This is the Commodity Scrap Metal Recycling and Economic Report brought to you by Bentley Roll-Off Trailers and Gondola Trailers Open-Top Scrap Haulers, December 19th, 2022. U.S. weekly raw steel production rose slightly to 1.635 million tons on the very slow growth economy. U.S. dollar index, the U.S. dollar versus other global currencies. When the U.S. dollar falls, most commodities priced in dollars rises. It fell to 104.5, well off the highs of 90 days ago. It fell partly due to the U.S. slowing the rate of interest rate increases. WTI crude oil price rose to $74.29 a barrel on tight supplies, but with recession fears. The U.S. weekly oil rig count fell to 620 as oil companies are concerned about too much production. Low production brings higher prices and higher profits when demand is low. The U.S. weekly oil production fell to 12.1 million barrels per day in a tight range now for the past 7 months. The U.S. government has started refilling the strategic oil reserve, so government purchases of oil are helping offset the slowing demand. Scrap steel number one HMS price settled at $295 gross ton, despite an economic slowdown and as U.S. exports are improving. More exports are being helped by the lower dollar, and that could bring higher scrap prices. Hot rolled coil steel price rose to $35.69 a hundredweight, which is $7.14 a ton. Steel mills are raising prices to help offset their higher costs. Copper price fell to $3.77 a pound, but on record low inventories. Increasing recession fears are hurting prices. Aluminum price fell to $1.08 a pound, which is $23.75 a metric ton on the same recession fears, but on hopes of increased Chinese demand. China November industrial production rose 2.2% year over year. COVID infections and lockdowns hurt production. China is now reducing their lockdown strategy going forward. U.S. Federal Reserve interest rates. They rose 0.5%, which is 50 basis points, to 4.25 to 4.5%, the highest in 14 years. The forecast is to go to 5.1% in 2023, 4.1% in 2024, and 3.1% in 2025. U.S. November annual inflation fell to 7.1%, still well off the 2% target. Gasoline and electricity rose the most. U.S. November retail sales, a key U.S. economic driver. They fell to 6.5% year over year, the slowest since December 2020. With inflation at 7.1%, this means a major slowing of the economy. Furniture, building material, and vehicles were down the most. U.S. November IBD TIPP economic index increased to 42.9, but with under 50, that's being pessimistic. I should also add that people are feeling a little bit better about their personal finances. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 556 points to 32,921, the second consecutive weekly loss. This was mostly on fears of a recession due to higher interest rates. A roll-off truck replacement, the Bentley Super Mini, can save you $150,000. If you have an underutilized day cab, save this $150,000 literally. The Super Mini is only 25 feet 11 inches long, which is really, keep in mind, less than 26 feet and carries more weight than a roll-off truck. It's about $83,000 with a tarp system and FET. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.